Hi, my name is Brittany. I am a co-owner of White Tea Company based in Baltimore, Maryland. We craft adventurous loose leaf tea blends for quality and flavor focused tea drinkers. We have been in business since about 2016, selling at cafes and restaurants and in boutiques. You may have had us at your favorite coffee shop. And we just opened our first physical location here in the Hamden neighborhood of Baltimore City. Um, we opened during the pandemic, so we've got that going for us. We are going to talk today about some of our favorite fall flavors for this year, and also I'm going to show you how to make a great cup of loose leaf tea. It might seem daunting, but I promise you it's so easy and it's totally worth it. Today, if you shop with us any point of time today from here on this video on out, if you use the code BAMCO at checkout on our website, or if you come into our shop today and tell us that you saw us on this video, I will give you 10% off of your order. If you're ordering online, order $40 and over, and you'll also get free shipping. So I'm going to put some info on the screen for you. Okay, I'm back. I'm ready to talk about how to make a really great cup of loose leaf tea. First, we're going to talk tools, then we're going to make a cup of tea, and then I'm going to give you some tips. So, first things first, you might in your drawer, your junk drawer in your kitchen, you might have a tea ball sitting around, or maybe you actually use it. And I just want to tell you, maybe that's not the best way to go. Actually, you want your tea leaves to be able to move around in the water. There's a couple different ways to do that. I highly recommend for home use this tea strainer. It's a tea infuser basket by Finum. We do sell these. They're $10. They're dishwasher safe. And out of all my years of studying tea, this has been my absolute favorite because it has this really fine mesh, so you don't get any of the little particles in your tea. And it comes with this lid that when you're done letting your tea steep, you can set it in the lid and you don't get any remaining tea drips on your counter. So the way that you use this is you would put it in your cup and you'd put your tea leaves in here and you pour your hot water over top. And when it's ready, you take it out and you put it in the dish and then you drink your tea. And that's it. I mean, super easy, right? So there are a couple other alternatives that you can use besides that tea basket. You can use the tea ball if you really want to. And then there's other things like this empty tea satchel. So it's a paper tea filter that you would open up and you'll put your tea in here. And that's when you'll put it in your cup, pour the hot water again. And of course there'd be tea in here, so there'd be some more weight. But you'd flap it over the brim of your cup, pour your hot water, and when you're done, you have a little soggy tea bag, just like all the other tea bags, and you throw it away. These are really great for travel though. I do sell them. We have them in packs of 100. I use them when I'm going somewhere that I know won't have good tea. I'll pre-fill these, put them in a paper bag, like a plastic baggie, and take them with me. So there you go. Another thing that we do in our shop is we put the tea leaves directly in the cup, and then I have a handheld bar strainer or whatever you want to call it. And when it's ready, my cup is down here, but you can't see it sitting on the counter. We'll pour the liquid through the strainer and it'll catch all the tea leaves and we end up with just tea in our cup. So that's how we're going to make it today. We also would need a teaspoon and our tea and hot water. And if you are like us, a little tiny scale, and of course a timer, which I left over next to our hot water machine, so I'll be right back. I got my timer. You can use your phone however you want to do it. My phone is filming me, so I can't really use it, but you can. How to make a great cup of tea. Hello, I'm ready for part 2 of how to make a really good cup of great tea. And I am going to be using our Fireside Fig, which is a really great herbal fall flavored tea blend. It's caffeine free. It's made with honeybush, fig, cinnamon, and ginger. And I want to show you, but I gotta tell you, It's kind of hard to show a camera without anybody to like angle it. Can you see? Oh yeah, beautiful. You can see those fig chunks and everything. Okay, so now I need to find somewhere to put this. Okay, so if you're at home, you may want a teaspoon, tea, instead of a tablespoon. See the difference? Teaspoon, good. If you're going to be making an 8 to 12 ounce cup, that's something like a mug this size, you're going to want to typically use about 1 teaspoon for hot. If you like it a little stronger, I'd go 1.5 teaspoons to 2 teaspoons. I often use a heaping teaspoon. I don't know if you can see that. We're gonna do like the makeup trick. See, a heaping teaspoon rather than a flat teaspoon. And what you would do is put it directly into your tea infuser basket and then sit it in your cup. But since I'm doing it the way we make it at the shop, I'm gonna do it a little bit differently. I am going to weigh it out. So I've got my handy dandy little scale. Turn that little guy on. And I'm going to use these little beakers. It's helpful because they have like the measurements on there. But you don't need that. You know that your cup is 8 to 12 ounces. Typically, if you have a big mug, it might be 16 ounces. If that's helpful, 14 to 16 ounces for big mugs. And little like teacups are typically 4 ounces. But I'm gonna weigh out my tea. For a hot cup of tea, I'm going to use about 8 grams. Some teas are heavier than others, so it's hard to go, it's hard to know weight just by teaspoon. I actually went a little overboard. I did 10 grams, but it's okay. I like this one a little bit stronger. Set my thing to the side, and now I'm gonna get some hot water. Okay, I'm back with my hot water. Don't want to touch that, holding onto the rim. And this is 200 degrees Fahrenheit. You might not have a thermometer that is part of your kettle or your pot to heat your water in. Totally fine. But since this is an herbal tea, we're using 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Sorry you can't see my tea. I'll lift it up in just a second. But typically you do not want to use water that is as hot for any tea that is not herbal. I'm going to get my thermometer ready. Not thermometer. This is called a, totally blanking guys. Timer. It began with a T. I got it right. I'm going to set my timer to 4 minutes. So I'm going to pour my hot water over the leaves. While I'm waiting, just to pass some time, I'm going to talk about sweetening my tea. I do like to add a little sugar. I'm not going to judge you if you add sweetener or cream or anything like that. Whatever makes you happy is what makes you happy. Today, I'm gonna add maple syrup because it's such a fall flavor. It goes really well with the fireside fig, and I highly recommend just a little bit. Okay, timer is done. I hate that like loud beeping noise, so I like to stop it a little bit early. Now is the point where if this were sitting in your cup, you would take it out and sit it in your basket. And it's time for me to use my handheld strainer. And again, sorry you can't see my cup, it's up here. But I'm going to pour it through. Set this to the side. We'll dump it later. You can even save it to make another cup. And I've got my tea. I'm going to stir it up. Here we go. Just a quick reminder while I stir this up. You can get 10% off if you shop with us today at whitetea.com. And the code that you will use at checkout for that 10% off is BAMCO, like BAMCO. So now let's talk some of our favorite fall flavors. Remember, jump screen. Hey again. Okay, so a couple of my fall favorites. These are our top sellers. We have designed them specifically for fall. We've got, of course, the Fireside Fig. That's what I'm drinking. Hope this is, I'm gonna keep saying it. I hope it's not backwards. I don't know what happens when I put it into the computer machine that does video things. If it's backwards, that says Fireside Fig. That's what I'm drinking right now. So also we have our smoked chai. This is one of our chai blends, but we smoke a portion of the tea leaves with hickory wood. It's so good. It's a little smoky, it's a little earthy, it's super cozy. It has cardamom, it's got cloves, cinnamon, ginger, black peppercorns. I should know instead of looking at the back of these what's in here. Anyway, another one that's really great, it's not this one, I'm going to bring that back in a second, is our cinnamon walnut Yaupon. Yaupon, which you might be like, what is that? It's, here, I'm going to put it right here. Yaupon is the only herb native to the continental US to have caffeine in it. And the Yaupon that we use is wild harvested in Texas by a company called Cat Spring Yaupon. And they dark roast the Yaupon for us, and then they send it to us, and we make the blend out of it. So in here we have the Yaupon dark roast with cinnamon, walnuts, apple pieces, and clove. It's so great. It's also another tea that goes great with a little maple syrup, let me tell you. So that's cinnamon walnut Yaupon. I want to show you these teas, but like it's super hard on the camera. You can definitely see pictures of them online though. So there you go. This one is just basically a classic signature tea that if you are looking for something that's really familiar, a breakfast blend, this is it. This is our Baltimore breakfast blend. See? Wow. And it's in a really cute little tin. So it's going to make you about 30 to 40 cups. And it's delicious. It goes great with cream and sugar. It goes great with a little bit of lemon. Good hot, good iced. If you're thinking sweet tea, this is it. And last but not least, I mean, it's definitely not the last of all the teas that we carry. I'm leaving it up to you to go to our website or come into our shop. But last but not least of our top fall blends is our Lavender Earl Grey. That's this guy. And honestly, I can't keep this thing in stock. Whenever we get it back in, it goes right back up the door. Highly recommend. I did forget to share tips on how to make great loose leaf tea. So like, let's back it up. Okay, we're back it up. Tips on making really great loose leaf tea. Do not use boiling water. It will burn your leaves, it'll scald them, and it will make your tea bitter. You also don't want to over steep your tea leaves, which means use that timer. Typically any tea, including the teas that we sell, have instructions on the back for you or on the side or wherever the other teas might have it, but we keep our instructions in the back. Do not use a microwave for your tea. Don't heat your tea in the microwave because it is actually a hazard. You can burn yourself really bad. Once you put something into the tea, it can cause it to explode because you've superheated it rather than boiled your water. There's a whole science there. Definitely would ask you to Google it. Those are all of the teas that I recommend for fall. There's plenty of other ones. They make great gifts. We even sell minis and we sell sets. So you can try a couple different mini tins at a time. I've really had a great time talking with you today. I hope you had fun with me, and I hope to see you in our shop or on our website. Thank you so much for having us, Bamco, and good luck for the rest of the day. I hope you enjoy the other videos. Talk to you soon.